Okay, day one, back to Kazakhstan to see what the BI group's doing with lean. Hey, Paul Akers here. I'm in Kazakhstan. Beautiful day with a bunch of people. And I've been here about a year now, and the improvements are going crazy. So watch this. So I'm at this job site, and I'm with all the supervisors. We're walking around, and I asked them when did they switch in their mind to do lean because they want to do it, not because management was telling them to do it. And Ruslan right here, who is the leader of this massive project, Green Quarters, you can see the size of it, it's just staggering. He pulls out his phone. The improvements are happening so fast.
This is for yesterday. I watched all of this yesterday.
The improvements are happening so fast they don't even have time to look at them. You ever seen anything like that before in your life? So the amazing thing is when I first started coming to the job sites a year ago, they were quite chaotic. There was just crap everywhere, to say the least. And now they're pristine, they're perfect. They have visual controls everywhere. It's just so easy to work here, and everybody's functioning at a much higher level because they've taken the time every day to meet as a team, thousands of people, morning meetings, so they can keep the shop site this way. There's another place for the recycling. Everything's very neat and orderly. Before you would see debris everywhere on these job sites, and now you can see they're extremely clean and very well organized. An entirely different place than it used to be. So in the past, this was all the fall off from doing the insulation. They would just toss this aside and throw it out, but now they're collecting it and reusing it in strategic places, and they can even sell it. And look how they've got this very orderly. In the past, this was just disregarded. So you can see they have some nice signage here. This is the main staircase going up to this building. And so they've strategically put the sign there, which tells them the safety standards and how to keep the job site orderly with QR codes. And then they've got QR scanners on their phone, which they can scan right here, and it reveals all the details about what the standards are for the entire job site. And that's why this place is looking the way it is. So every morning they have morning meetings on every block. This is a block, this is a block, this is a block. And then they represent and show the meetings right here on the phone. Everyone posts their meetings that they're having with everybody in every division on every block that's being done. So this is the reason why the job site is so clean and 3S'd all the time, because they're spending the time every morning with over 1,000 people meeting and 3S'ing this facility. So this is a dramatic improvement. The last time I were here, we worked on the siding and facade, putting it on. It was taking them 2 months to do 600 meters. They did it with the same amount of people now. They're doing 700 meters in 1 month. That's the level of improvement. So I'm in the facade shop, and you can see how they've got everything organized. And this is Sergey. And I asked Sergey the question, if BI Group said no more lean, Aiden said do not do lean, would you do lean still?
Yeah, it's very interesting to me. It's very interesting to my workers. Do my works more than 50%, more than 50% effectively than others.
By doing lean.
Yeah.
Thank you. So the cool thing is, when I first came to the job site, there was really nothing that represented any level of productivity. Now everything's jigged and fixtured. They have workstations set up everywhere. They're using cordless tools, where before they used corded tools. Their productivity has just gone through the ceiling. Everything's very orderly. This is actually the production shop right there, and this is where the material goes to so they can hang it. So they've eliminated a lot of transportation. All their work areas are very orderly. This is before the disaster that it was, and then he's showing me this is where they keep all their equipment now. Everything's hung up very neatly. The tools are put on shelves instead of just tossed aside. Everything is done at a much different level now. They have signage everywhere that identify what goes where, so there's no confusion. Strong visual controls everywhere you look on the job site. Check this out. So they're doing the scratch coat on the walls, and before they would just drop all the mud on the floor, but now they have this piece of galvanized material that allows them to catch the material and reuse it. And this is the new standard for all job sites now, to have this down there so they capture all the material and not wasting it. Next we went to another one of the facade shops. This one was even set up better. It's been set up for over 2 months. They have an overhead light. Everything's illuminated really well. In the beginning they had very poor lighting. They have a jig exactly where the saw goes. They have a guard over the top of the saw to keep any debris from coming back up at the operator. They have a jig that sizes every panel. They've just thought through everything. Now there's only taking them 17 seconds to process a panel in this shop, where in the other shop, which has only been set up for 4 days, it's 90 seconds. So that's the level of productivity they've gained through the process, the improvements that they've made. As he said, it's over a 50% improvement, and they're just getting started. So in this shop, they're doing processing a panel in 17 seconds?
Yes.
And the other shop, they're processing it?
90 seconds.
90 seconds. And the difference is, this one has been set up for how long?
45 days.
45 days. They've refined the process. The other one has been set up for 4 days?
4 days.
4 days. So huge difference. All the jigs are set up. Look, they even have the place for the trash. They have it even marked on the wall where everything goes. They work like a team. It's literally like a production line. It almost looks like they're building cars. They got the productivity level so much higher than it's ever been before. Now this is a really cool thing. I'm really working on them with value, non-value added. And Ruslan here identified that it's only 6 seconds of the time was actually value added where they were cutting the panel. The rest of the time was non-value added where they were transporting it. So they're really starting to work at a high level. And the cool thing is, when I said it to Ruslan, he turned around to Sergey and he said, no, it's Sergey that's done it. So they're even giving credit to other people. They're not even taking credit for their understanding. It's really fantastic to see this level of lean thinking in only 1 year. So what he's showing me is they have motion detectors. So now if anybody comes in to steal anything, the lights go on, the security guard is right there to watch it. And the standard is, if anybody comes in, the light comes on. This is a BI standard, and the next thing will be, and a sound will actually notify them. Not just the light, but sound is the next step. So as you walk around the job site, it says all garbage goes in the garbage can. Right here, very clear. Even cigarette butts, the details. Now they're paying attention to the details. And you walk down the stairs, and in every floor there's a trash can. So there's no debris anywhere. Everything's clean. So one of the interesting things is, when I came here over a year ago and I would meet with all the contractors for BI Group, the one thing they always told me was they can't get the subcontractors to cooperate. Yet, right here is a subcontractor, Megaline. This is a subcontractor that's implementing all of these changes with the little trash cans, the signage. The subcontractors are taking care of the BI job sites to perfection. They're having problems with communication, huge job site, right?
Yes.
So they put a communication truck in with a higher signal so that they had no problems communicating with anyone. So they're solving problems at all levels. This is their cafeteria, super clean, really well run. You come in, they've got nice sinks for everyone to wash their hands in, very clean, everything very orderly. They are just up in the game on everything. Then after lunch, we go into the conference room, but of course we don't want to spread dirt all over the place. They've got a boot cleaning area where you can blow off your shoes and keep everything nice and clean. Well, there you have it. Day one back in Kazakhstan, and a nice summer day. Lots of great improvements because the BI Group is on fire.